Yeah, game man.
Ah, the other cool thing is too is I've got my glasses sorted out on Saturday.
Ah, yep, yep.
It's been a while. I need them. I don't need them for driving or anything, but
Oh, it's a Lumi.
yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah. It's mainly just screens, phones,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I've got to get mine tested because I don't reckon they're as sharp as they used to be. I used to have like really, really
I started off with 2020.
noticing little harder to focus now. I can still read like the back of the Aussie $10 note and stuff like that, that fine print.
Oh yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but I reckon you get a little bit further away, like a couple of meters, and I'm starting to like not have as good a focus as I used to.
Yeah, well, what happens when you get older?
Yeah, that's it.
Fucking my uncle.
Oh,
He's
one sec, mate. Sorry.
I know, but hey, what's up, you people? Straight here. Late introduction.
Hey, sorry.
Um, I'm streaming. Me and my buddy just started. Well, basically just fucking around with the guy, seeing how long we could follow for. Apparently, the guy has very, very, very poor FOV. Fucking God, that lasted for ages. Like you followed him around for like
A good
half of the
minute, I
map or
reckon.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a good half
I
of
was
the map.
following him for a while before you spotted me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You jumped out and I followed him around for another about fucking half, like third or half of the map. Felt bad. Well,
Who is Game
that was
Man?
pretty mill. I don't know. Is he OCE?
Oh, it's a Lumi.
Jesus. That's a name I haven't seen for a while. The last night I was at work. I was at work on Sunday night. And the guys that I was working with, there was a mixture of us. All of us game, like we were all gamers. There were only like out of the 5 people there were only 2 PC gamers.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. 2 of them were PS3 and one of them was Xbox. So yeah. That didn't work out terribly well for him. We're all game men.
Yeah, where is everyone? What is the time here?
Tiny little fucking shot glass, cunts.
It's 3:09. I reckon about half hour everyone will start coming.
Yeah. We'll give as Joe just said, man, fucking about half an hour. We should start seeing more people.
I've actually got to cruise for a little bit. I've got to go down to the shops.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'll be about half an hour.
Oh yeah, all good, man.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head
catch you
back
when you get
in a minute. No worries, mate. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all good.
Just remembered I've got to grab some stuff. I'll be back.
All right, man. Joe's just buggered off to the shops. He'll be back. I might jump into the other channel for the meantime. Hello. If you guys are still there. Ivan? I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. I'm talking to myself. And the 0 people that are watching my stream. Fucking hunting? Yeah, man. Wait, what do you use? What hunting do you do, bro? Or were you just saying in general? Black Ops 3 and talking shit. And drinking whiskey on behalf of my dad. Ah, yeah, I can. Pew pew! Tiny little fucking shot glasses, mate. I love these shot glasses. They're exactly 30 mil. I've actually measured them out. It's fucking awesome. I'm not an advocate for drinking. If there are children that watch my channel, I don't. You know, I'm not trying to promote it. I'm just getting through a bit of an interesting time for myself at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Can I rock climbing? Hello. Oh. Oh, okay then. Chantel pissed off. Hey, Ivan. Oh, well, I don't know what these guys are doing. But yeah. Usually I'm streaming, you know, obviously I'm usually streaming Need for Speed Heat. But I decided for a change I'm going to stream some Black Ops 3.
I jumped out because I was restarting the computer.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm streaming at the moment. I'm just,
Well, what's Decline doing?
no, he's going to be back about half an hour. He needed to go to the shop.
Awesome. My son has learnt how to hit his toy on the ground repetitively. Yay.
Hey, you got to be, count your fucking count yourself lucky he's not learning how to use a Furby.
We had one of those, and it was a gay
God.
Furby, and I'm not joking. It used to say the most gayest things, and I was like, I'm not caring if you swing that way, but it's a Furby. Like, Ivan has it recorded.
It was a gay Furby.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm not even joking. It used to say these really, really peculiar things, and like Ivan's got it recorded somewhere, and he's like, I don't understand this. There's something wrong.
Maybe they just decided, you know what, fuck it, we're going to make this one random one that sounds like a proper faggot.
Yeah, no, this guy this Furby used to say really like, if Ivan asked it a question, he'd be like, okay. And I'm like, alrighty. And then Ivan said something like, are you gay, Furby? And then he's like, num 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 num. I'm like, what?
You know what my dad did with a Furby? My little sister, he made the mistake. He made the mistake of buying my little sister a Furby. And eventually, like, the noises and all the talking and all that sort of shit got to him. We had the fire going. He literally just picked up this Furby and hiffed it into the fireplace. Just didn't hesitate, nothing. Just straight into the fucking fireplace. But because of the impact of it hitting, you know, they were also touch sensitive.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so once it hit the fire and it was on fire, it was saying the exact same shit. It was like watching a fucking a furry version of Chucky.
Oh, yeah, no, I could see. That's what I mean. There's nothing wrong
It was
with
awesome. I loved it because I hated Furbies. Those things were awful. Do you actually have any plans of updating your computer?
Me? Yeah, eventually. But just at the moment, funds are a bit
A bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as an update...
My son's new school has been killing me.
Oh, that's right. He's an intermediate, isn't he? Oh, I mean, not
He's
intermediate.
A high school. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and the high school that he goes to, oh, holy moly. It's public and everything, and I feel like it's not public. I feel like it's like we're in a secluded, expensive, fancy one.
Yeah, no, it does get like that. Thankfully, my daughter's already sorted with her school. Like the school she went to, I went to as well as the rest of my family. So they're all good with us. But yeah, fucking, she's a senior. Oh my god, my daughter's a senior.
Gonna grow up really fast.
She's a senior. She's been dating the same guy for the last year. They had
Oh,
their
yeah,
1
you
year
told me.
anniversary a couple of days ago.
Oh my god. Soon she'll be telling you she's getting married.
Yeah, probably. To be honest, out of all the things that could bother me, that doesn't bother me. The thing that surprises me about it is she's been friends with this one boy since like the very first day at primary school. And yeah, I always thought that they were going to be together because they've always been such close friends. But what I realised is having an actual friend for that long, it's like, yeah, you don't really want to, you know, mix it. You want to keep the friend for as long as you fucking can.
Holy shit, did you just see what Wongy put up?
No.
He put a picture up in Discord and it says 0 kills, 0 captures, 94 deaths. How the fuck did he stay in the game that long?
Who?
I don't know who it was. He just put a picture up.
I'm looking at it, kind of finding it a little difficult to acknowledge it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, right?
I honestly think that some of us should start trying to fucking pull together a game for the older Call of Duties for PC, because like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. I really
didn't play any of them. Oh, I got given for free a Modern Warfare Hang on, I can't hear you. It's doing the loady up thing.
The loady up thing. Are you playing Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Gross. I got to admit though, last night I was actually expecting to go negative. I went like 14 and 8 or some shit, and I was kind of surprised about that. I wasn't expecting that, but I got the first kill. I got the first kill last night in that lobby with a fucking grenade. Because it's just predictable as shit. Like, I should really just run all of my classes with grenades. Now that I think about it, I really should. Because it's always guaranteed that someone's going to be camping exactly where you chuck a grenade.
Yeah. I want to get one of those freak of nature throwing knife kills where you just throw it really far away and it just hits someone. So I've only
cross map spawn knife.
Yeah, I really want to get. I've only gotten one, but I feel like it wasn't that good, like, because I died straight after it. So I want to have one where, like, you know what I mean? Start the game off with killing that and then getting a few kills.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Drunken Master?
Yes, with
Jackie Chan.
What's his name? Yeah, Jackie Chan, and he gets drunk and he. Yes.
Yep. I'd love to be
Very
able to
long
master
time
that.
ago.
That was awesome. That was one of the very first Chinese movies that was Americanized.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, there was a big difference between the Chinese fighting, Asian fighting movies and American movies. In American movies, there's more dialogue. In Chinese movies back in the 70s and 80s, it was just mostly fighting. Yeah, there was fighting. There was very little dialogue in it. But what is? Damn it! The guy with Donnie Yen. The movies with Donnie Yen. They're making a fourth one. Ip Man. IP Man.
Oh, Ivan loves him. Actually, he just downloaded some more of them
Yeah,
like a new one or something.
yeah,
Ivan loves that guy. Actually, I didn't mind watching them. I've got to admit, I kind
yeah.
of got
Those
into
movies
it.
are fucking amazing. I've got up to the third one. I can't wait till the fourth one comes out. Donnie Yen's a fucking mutant. They what movie was it that they did? There was a movie with Donnie Yen and Jackie Chan in the same. And Donnie Yen was a part of the team that was going against the Queen of England.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. What was it? It was like Shanghai Noon or Shanghai Nights or something. Shanghai Nights. It was Shanghai Nights. And he fought Donnie Yen on a barge that had a machine gun on it.
Oh, okay.
But that is one hell of a fast man right there. Fuck, that dude is quick. But still, to this day, there's really only, I think it's one, maybe two people that were able to match the speed of, that are able to match the speed of Bruce Lee. A lot of people bring it back to Bruce Lee, but I mean, in reality, the man was he was in a dimension of his own. Kind of shit what happened to his son, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been brilliant.
I have The Crow on DVD.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, I'm still getting these dropouts. Not as bad though.
I'm just waiting for a lobby to start up in Black Ops 3. I'll wait for Decline to come back so we can get a couple of decent lobbies. But yeah, no, his name's Russ. His name's Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been online with him since basically, the first month of Black Ops 3. And he's been a fairly stand-up guy the whole time too. He's got another account. He's called Pork Hunt. Literally, like honestly, that was his first one for Black Ops 3 for his Steam. He's a Pork Hunt. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I honestly added him as a friend just purely because of that name. He accepted because of my rage. I have 196 friends from playing Black Ops 3 on Steam because of how I reacted to being killed. A lot of the guys that play, they like when it first came to it and all that sort of thing. Akira Soldier was another guy that added me because of how much of a laugh he got out of me. He's like 46 or 48 or something like that, and he plays Black Ops he just plays it for a laugh. But he's a fucking mutant when it comes to playing though. Jesus Christ, every time he plays he gets, 35 plus, 40 plus kills.
Oh really?
Yeah, barely less than fucking 12 deaths a game when he gets up that many. But a majority of the time in his games lately, he's been getting like 6 KDs, 8 KD, 10, 12. He's fucking insane. You'd actually like Akira. I wouldn't mind if Ivan gave me the ability to invite Akira as well, because you guys would like him. He's a fucking crack up. He's full of it. He's a dad. He's almost a granddad. He's full of dad jokes, and they're that bad you just have to laugh at them.
That's fine.
He's definitely good company. He's not toxic at all. He likes having a laugh. He's a brilliant guy. But yeah, no, I bought myself a bottle of whiskey, and a very particular bottle of whiskey. I bought myself a bottle of Canadian Club Spiced, because it was the last bottle of whiskey I introduced my dad to. Now my dad, he was an avid whiskey drinker. He loved his scotch, fucking loved his scotch, and one day I bought a bottle of Canadian Club spiced up to his house, and he's like, what the fuck is this shit? I was like, it's spiced whiskey. He's like, what? Was it like cinnamon flavored? He's like, oh, no. It's just, it's got a bit of an extra flavor to it. And, he tried it, fucking loved it. So next thing you know, he buys himself an extra couple of bottles of it. And it was the last thing that I actually shared with my father.
Oh, that's not.
So I thought, fuck it, I'll go down to the bottle-o, buy myself a bottle of it, and have a few drinks with for my dad. Had a little bit of a bubble. This afternoon.
And that's normal.
Yeah, no, it's normal. But I'm more or less just fucking I'm more or less just annoyed, angry, because, we were all, like, all three of us. When I say all three of us, there's, we've got brothers and sisters to different mothers and different fathers, but there's three of us in particular. There's me, my younger sister Danielle, and Haley. All three of us have got the same mother and father. So my dad, he was the father to all three of us, same as our mum. And I can't actually remember where I was going with this.
About yous were all, I think, trying to make him do the right thing.
Yeah, there we go. And, we all kept telling him, Dad, this is going to end badly if you don't pull your fucking finger out. And he's like, yeah. He did for about half a year. He started turning himself around. He started going to physio. He did all the exercises and things that he needed to do, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, he just stopped. He just gave up on it. And I honestly, genuinely think eventually he knew what was going to happen. We all knew what was going to happen. We all did. And that's the reason why I'm not as emotional about it as what I am, is because, it was an inevitability. It was going to happen. The man was unwell. Like, seriously unwell, obviously. And it's happened. So the funeral it's set. They came back with the coroner's report. It was heart failure due to the fluid around his heart and lungs, which, yep, fair enough. So that happened. The diabetes and the low blood pressure didn't really help very much, clearly. So,
that sucks, man.
It sucks. I mean, the main thing I'm going to miss about my father, like, he was an incredible storyteller.
Yeah.
Like, the man had some fucking stories. Jesus, did he what?
That's good.
And his laugh. I don't know, for me...
voice? Did he have the radio voice?
The what?
The radio voice.
Dad.
Yeah. Did he have that? I never heard him.
Have you seen my YouTube?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, if you look up my YouTube, it's just Trage. It's Trygge, and he when I saw his photo, like, Nana, my grandmother, actually has a photo of him from when he was at intermediate, which for you guys, I guess, is the first year of high school. So high school for you guys, I guess, starts from 11 to 17, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we have, like, at the time, like, we have colleges. And college, for us, we have, kindergarten, preschool to primary, and intermediate and high school. That was the basic staple. But for you guys, I guess, like, you have kindergarten, preschool sort of thing, don't you?
We have our preschool and childcare.
Yeah.
And then we have, and then you go to kindergarten, which is about 4 to 5 years old.
Yep, that's the one.
And then you go to year 6, so primary school's finished. Year 6, so you're about 11 or 12.
Yep.
And then you go to high school.
Yeah. So my father had his, like, there was this photo of my dad when he was about 11 or 12, and my grandmother showed me the photo I think when I was, I don't know, I was roughly about the same age. I think I was about 13 or 14, and I saw this. But the thing is I screamed my ass off because the resemblance between me and my father at that age, there was no way in shit you could possibly think that I was anybody else's son. We almost looked identical. And like he, yeah, yeah. I've lost track of what I was talking about.
No, I asked you if he was a radio.
If he had the radio voice, he was. I don't know how to put it, but my dad, when he was like he's been in the passenger service, like passenger services for fuck knows how long. Like he was a taxi driver for 13 years. He drove buses. He went back to taxis, and his handle, which over CB radio or those fucking walkie-talkies that you have built into the cars. The police have them as well. His handle over the radio was Bubbles.
Well, that's
And the main reason for him being called Bubbles is because he was always happy. He was always smiling. He was always friendly. He was actually the employee of the year a good number of times in a row. And that's where he got Bubbles from. And his voice, his laugh, like everything about him, his presence, he was very noticeable. He was very, very recognizable. The whole radio voice thing, yeah, I guess so. Between me and my dad's voice was incredibly recognizable. You could tell that it was my dad that was talking. For me, particularly, if you were to talk to me and my older brother Tristan, I have very different mannerisms towards my brother, but we sound exactly the same. Different fathers, but we sound exactly the same. So for me and my dad, it was there were very, very clear differences in how we spoke, but I picked up a lot of how my dad talked, and the old school English, and there were a lot of things that came from our Scottish heritage as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed match, but my dad definitely would have been suited for radio as well. Incredibly friendly person. Like ridiculously friendly person. He was very open about everything that he did, and that's the reason why I am the way I am. I mean, obviously, everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their flaws. My dad had fucking shitloads of them. I mean, in reality, he was an asshole. But when it came to, in the respect of people in general, people loved him. People absolutely fucking loved him. For his ability to talk, for his ability to spin a good yarn and all that sort of thing. People fucking loved him.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. That was just how my dad was. And like he's had that much of an impact on the people that he's known over the years. Like for example, today I felt like, well, I mean, it was necessary. It was needed. There's a family up the top of an area called Pine Hill in Dunedin, and this family, it's been a family home for the last 60 years, 65 years or something like that. They were one of the first families to own a home up in this area, and that's the Kilner family. And my dad's been friends with these guys since he was a teenager. He's known these guys for a good 40, 45 years. And I went up and seen the wife of one of the guys that he used to hang around with when he was younger. The brother was a close friend of my father. And I had to, I had to fucking tell him about the news. I had to let him know. I called him while he was work. I didn't really want to fucking do it over the phone, but I didn't know where he was. But the impact my dad has had on people over the years is just fucking insane.
Yeah, of course. Oh man, I've got to get ready in a second.
Get ready.
Yeah, I got a family thing to do at the school. I'll be back as soon as it's finished.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, the whole... Like, you've had family members that have passed away. Everybody has.
My nan and both my nans now, both my pups. And I've only got one. I know this sounds weird. I have, yeah, and pretty much I don't really talk to my family anymore. So, it's kind of,
Yeah, but... Well, to put it this way, the impact my dad has had on people... My Uncle Tony, his youngest brother, but absolute arrogant twat of a man. I can't fucking stand him because he abandoned his first two daughters. But that's a different story. Anyway, this is how much of an impact my dad had on people. My Uncle Tony he's over in Western Australia. He's a part of the Australian Navy.
Okay.
He was in the New Zealand Navy beforehand, but he moved over to Australia, so he's a high-ranking officer in the Navy over there. Like, he's ditching his work, he's ditching his job to come back home to be with his brother and sister to fucking celebrate my dad. So, that's the sort of person my dad was, despite the fact he was a proper fucking cunt. But
team deathmatch.
Yeah, that's what my dad was.
Time to get kinetic in this AO.
Blow shit up.
Everybody liked him. Everybody that met him liked him. Because he just had this presence about him. It was weird. It pissed me off to some point, because the fact of the matter is it's rubbed off on me.
Oh, that's...
Well, I can get into a pub, not know a single fucking person in the pub. About 10 minutes later, I'm in a conversation with a group of 5 people. And that's all because of the shit that my dad taught me when I was younger. Like, my dad, he wasn't a very PG or PC person. So, if he went to a pub and... I was only 10, 9, 10 years old. He'd take me to the pub with him. And I'd meet all these people, fucking get around with them, talk to them. They'd be all laughing and fucking good times, all that sort of shit. But now, because of that, it's rubbed off on me. I can get along with anybody I meet. And that's not blowing my own horn, but that's because of my old man, how I was brought up. I was brought up in the pub situation. I was brought up in, standing around a group of random people I've never met in my fucking life, and yet we'd all be friendly as fuck towards each other. And the funny thing is there's a pub in Dunedin called the Crown. And it's been owned by the same family for the last 85 years? 85 to 90 years? And in Dunedin, there's a very well-known family name called Chin. And they were one of the first Asian settlers to, reside in Dunedin, in Otago, because of the gold rush that happened here. Dunedin actually used to be the capital, and then it was Russell. And, it's moved up to Auckland. Whatever. Wellington. Well, it was Auckland before Wellington. But, these people, and the son of the last Chin that was involved in running Dunedin is the owner and manager of the Crown. And the Crown pub is... I don't know how to describe it. How to describe the Crown? The Crown... Oh... how to describe the Crown? Oh, it's a shithole. It's one of the last